Hello and welcome back to Mindful Man Tarot. This is going to be a tarot reading for Pisces for the end of February 2024. I just want to note that this is timeless. If you see this 6 months or a year and it's resonating, just let it resonate. Just let it resonate. And I'm going to get energy card for you, and then we're going to get general energy. Then we're going to move into possible projection timeline. And then we're going to finish off with an oracle card. So please stick with me, Pisces. Please stick with me. Let's see what we got for our Pisces collective today. Let's see what we got for Pisces collective for their energy. All right, we got a card popping out. We have the Ace of Wands. So we're starting off strong here. Quite the energy to be starting off. It's like a brand new path of illumination. I'm feeling like this is something that you could have perceived to have happened before. And you've been maybe hoping and dreaming and wishing and trying to manifest this idea and this passion and this energy behind this passion to take off, but it's never actually really happened until now. There's been little glimpses and feelings of it, maybe little sprinkles from the universe saying like, this is what it could feel like if you go all in. Now I feel like you're going all in. Now I feel like you're going all in. This is a light source within inside of yourself that is so strong that you don't need street lights anymore when you're walking at night. This is a passion so strong that you know where your true north is, and you know that your internal compass is always guiding you where you need to go. It's a new level of understanding of who you truly are inside as well. A new level of understanding what you are, what you're capable of, who you are, and who you're becoming, and like the possibilities of who you can become. Without anything really holding you back, realizing the only thing that was ever holding you back before was maybe a limited mindset or a belief system that you have adopted and you have agreed to and adhered to. Take that if it resonates, or take what resonates, leave the rest. I'm going to get into some more energy cards for you, Pisces. Let's see what else is going on. What is this passion? What does it have to do with? As soon as I say that, cards flying out. I say only you know. I'm just hearing this. Only you know what it is, because it's kind of different for everyone. And this is a general reading. Say only you know what this really is. And it's deep beyond any sort of tumultuous emotions that have plagued you in the past. Because when you're learning to look at those emotions, you're learning to see which one of them are based on reality or a false adopted reality. All right, let's get right into it. The Hangman. This is the taking time. Taking time to let the new path show itself to you, the Fool. We're not jumping off just yet, but we're putting ourselves in a place of introspection and meditation to really look at our emotions to see which path is the right path for us. That's why I'm saying only you know. I don't want to tell you. I don't want to give you advice. That's not my role here. 444 I'm seeing on the timer. My role here is to kind of show you where your intuition is leading you. To kind of show you that you do have intuition. And Pisces, are very intuitive. They're very clairvoyant group in the zodiac. So take some time to really analyze your emotions, to put yourself in a place of suspension before you go off on this new journey. Because when you go off on this new journey, you're going to be jumping off the cliff into the unknown, and it might not be something you can just come back from easily. You know, whether this is traveling to a completely different land or whatever it is, make sure you're going in the right direction first. And I very much do think that this is about travel. Or at least some sort of travel. We have the Knight of Swords coming towards the world in a very fast way. And the world doesn't need to necessarily be about travel. The world can be about doing what you need to do for yourself. And this is the energy that you have. This is coming in quite quickly. This energy is coming towards you quite quickly. If it's not already part of your energy of being able to just master your world, to dance when you want to, where you want to, travel if that's something that resonates where you want to. I'm sure for some people they are very happy where they are, but this is just more freedom. That's what this world card represents. It's like not only do we have the end of the major arcana, but we have the start of the major arcana, all in your energy. So it's like one cycle is ending. This one cycle is ending, and the end is the start. The end is the start with the World and the Fool. We need the cycle to end so we can start the next cycle. We need to bring something to fulfillment to start the next thing. And this is the next cycle. This Ace of Wands is part of that next cycle. This is part of a fulfillment and passion project and exposure of yourself that you never really considered before. But take time before you jump off, because when you do, with all of the energy of this passion, it's going to manifest very quickly when you make the decision. So before you make the decision, just take your time. Make sure it's what you really want to do, and not what your ego wants you to do, or some collective idea wants you to do. Not what some influencer wants you to do. So we are getting into possible projections here, possible future timelines. Take what resonates. And if there's any sort of interpretation you have of these cards, please share them down below, Pisces. I would love it. I'm sure the other Pisces would love it. I want to hear what other people interpret these messages as. This is just my interpretation of this particular deck. And I'm sure if you have a different interpretation, it would be greatly appreciated with the collective of Pisces here. So right away, we have this Judgment card coming out. So I always read this card as this was supposed to happen. This is part of the reason for your incarnation. Whatever this journey is, whatever this self-realization is, whether it's an internal or external journey, has been part of your karma, part of your justice, part of your judgment. The justice is, be careful what actions you choose, because the actions you choose are going to greatly affect how things manifest in your life. And what are the things that are going to manifest? Well, they're going to be things that are supposed to manifest in your life. So this is a very particular time where you have to just really be patient with your choices. Make sure they're not choices based on turbulent emotions. And I know a lot of Pisces, you're very emotional people, and I don't say that with any sort of judgment. It's a superpower to be super emotional, but we have to make sure that we're in the right state of balance with our emotions, of justice, of temperance with our emotions, before we make a decision So we're not making that decision purely on emotions, but on maybe emotional intelligence. You know, letting ourselves control the emotion before we make the decision. Because this decision is part of angelic guidance, angelic assistance. It's part of the message you're going to get when you quiet your mind and you can listen to your heart. And your heart isn't being flooded with emotions that are based on your thoughts. What else do we have? We have 5 of Swords. So in possible projections, there might be a little bit of a disagreement when it comes to a message about what you're supposed to be doing for the world, for your physical reality. Page of Pentacles. So, and it might be a disagreement. This might be about someone straight up being manipulative. This might be you being manipulative. Like, I know what's best for me. 11-11, just saw 11-11. I know what's best for me. Or this might be someone else saying, I know what's best for you. So really, before you make a decision about the messages that you're getting from people, make sure they're not coming from a place of ego or manipulation, whether it's conscious or unconscious. Now, not everyone that might be manipulating you or you think is manipulating you is doing it consciously. Sometimes people are just doing things based on a program, and it's not really personal or conscious. So really just make sure in the future that your decisions are based on love, are based on what you want and not other people's fears. I'm not doing this because my parents want me to do this. I'm doing this because I want to do this. And then we have 7 of Wands, which is really about standing your ground. Standing your ground for what you want intellectually. The Ace of Swords, the new idea of mastering your thoughts, the new level of mastering your thoughts, the new phase of mastering your thoughts. Where the handle of this sword is brandished in the heart and the crown. So your thoughts are on a new level of the communication between your heart and your head, where you're not just listening to your head, but you're listening to how it feels. You're listening to how it feels before you're making these decisions. And you're standing your ground in that knowing. You're standing your ground in that energy. No one's going to tell you how you feel or what is the best idea for you to take action on. So that's what I have for possible projection. Like I said, take what resonates out of that. That's a pretty big story. Some of it might resonate, it all might resonate, none of it might resonate. Take what resonates. It's not, don't force the story. If it doesn't feel good, and you're very intuitive, Pisces, you'll know if it's resonating or not. You'll know what parts of that are supposed to stick. Now let's get a talisman oracle card for you, or 2. Let's get some messages for you. There's no deck with this, or there's no book with this deck, so it's just all intuitive. And I'm going to get 2 cards for you. So I got Luna. So Luna is about the moon phases. Luna is about doing things in phases. And really just honoring the phases of your life. That's what I'm feeling here. Sometimes the flower is blossoming. Sometimes we're putting the petals back into the dirt to turn into nutrients for the next round of flowers. But we're not trying to force the dead flower to reblossom. Honor whatever phase you're in when you're in that phase, and we're not trying to force anything ever, but just letting things evolve and revolve the way they need to. And then this next card is Blessed Day. So this is about, again, it's about having a really good day, having a happy day, being in a positive energy so you can manifest this positive energy back. And we have the sun and the moon on this card. We have the sun and the moon on this card. So it's again about being in the energy of the phases and knowing what phase you're in. Knowing when you have the energy to put towards your manifestation and when you need to rest. Intuitively knowing what you need to do, when you need to do it, and not trying to force anything to be what it's not. So this is what I got for you, Pisces. I love you. You're amazing. Just like everybody else, but you're amazing. If you want, subscribe, like it, share it. I would really be grateful. I'm grateful that you've watched this. Have a wonderful day. I love you. Namaste.